Filthy Guap.
It's a jungle in the ghetto, so you better beware. It ain't nothing but gorillas, iron tigers, the best. Pro Mags, Zaz's killing for tourists. Step foot up in this jungle, leave out in the hearse. Codons, Percocet, city girls, yes, sex, all eyes, no deaths. Bullet shells, candle wax, candle lit, Brody hit, gas, shotty shot back. Guess he knew it was real when he died, he ain't come back. Round here, snakes, win, gorilla man, no win. Bro was facing 10, gave him up, now he back to win. Man, it's every day, on the floor, no other way. In the ghetto, better get you some cake, no birthday. No heart, no love, nigga, what is B-Day? Cause when you down bad love, did the your leeway. Might find yourself in the he say, she say, every day, all day, who am I say? I'm the hood postman, 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 always got motion, always keep motion. I'm the hood postman, 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 wanna get homies like Rennie Loki.
Professor Melly Mail, the hood postman, you know the vibe. I'm here with a good guy from off the east side. The east side on the other side of the other side, down by Atlantic. You guys know it as Limehood, but we got Carlton Bates, a.k.a.
Fingers, RCKB, whichever.
That's it, man. Good to see you, man. How have you been?
I'm very thankful and appreciative, you know what I'm saying, to be here with you, Melly Mel.
Man, what has made you more appreciative than anything?
Life experience.
Life experiences.
Yes.
And I'm sure that you had them because you was at the beginning
Yes.
of how that came together, right?
Right. I was a little homie then.
Okay. So, and if I may, what school did you attend?
I went to several schools. First I started at Little Roosevelt, then from there, I went to St. Paul Lutheran School, private school.
Uh-huh.
And then from there, I went to another private school in 7th grade where I first experienced racism.
Uh-huh.
Where a white boy called me an N-word, and I had to boo-bop him. And then I went to Willowbrook. From Willowbrook, I went to Linwood. Then from Linwood, I went to Dominguez.
So Dominguez, I'm assuming everything occurred. Most of it, right?
Yeah.
So what was Dominguez at that point?
It was heavy in gang involvement. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't who you were, it's where you was from.
Uh-huh.
You know, so you get approached, and after that, it's on and crack it, depending on who you were. You know.
So let me ask you, what year did you attend Dominguez?
1981.
1981.
In the 80s, September 80, last part.
So that was your first year. What was your expectations, or if you had any? What did you think about Dominguez? Because we all have like set expectations, or we heard things about Dominguez, and then when you got there, you see really what it was.
Well, with me, I didn't go to class. I was there strictly for the gang banging, the women, and to smoke weed. But it's funny, when I only went to 2 classes. Math, I always went to math and science. Other than that, I didn't go. I got an F in gym because I wouldn't dress. But math, I got an A, and science, I got a B. So when I applied myself to classes, I did good. But I chose to do otherwise.
Uh-huh. So when you were going to Dominguez, and if I may, what year did Limehood actually come out? Because I asked this question, and I'm gonna ask it to you. Did Limehood, was it like after the bishops like kind of like just left this situation, or did they just like figured out the bishops outgrew it, or did they didn't recruit any younger homies or anything? Well, and if you can answer that, I don't know. But
my thing is this, my perspective. They faded out.
They had
their time.
Uh-huh.
Because with the Compton bishops, with Swan and all them, and Herm and his brother Billy, and a couple of more brothers.
Bitter Dog, Herm, Snake,
Dog, yeah.
Blue Boy.
And then
was Master Blaster from?
I'm not for sure.
Okay.
And then came the fellas.
Uh-huh.
Which was Earl Stocker, Terry Brown, and a couple of more other brothers. And then we formed.
That's interesting that you mentioned Earl Stocker.
Yeah.
Earl older brother, which was
James.
No, Ernest Stocker was from the Grandies.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Better believe that. I know the whole family.
Okay.
They lived right next door to me.
Uh-huh.
And then they moved around the corner on Fraley.
Okay.
I lived on 146 South Line, right there off of 7th City in line, second house from the corner.
So when you guys put the Lime together, what was the thought process behind it? If there was a reason for it coming together?
To me, my experiences, I looked at Limehood as brothers, a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Because we all grew up in the same neighborhood. I never had an older brother, so I look at them as my older brothers. And whatever they taught me, I'm going to listen. I'm going to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And it was only a handful of us. And we was close-knit. So we was there for one another, for whatever the reason was. You know what I'm saying?
So would you say you was in like with Sam, Raymond's brother? Ludog. Let's see, who else was there? Cause Herm Dog was there.
It was Ludog.
Okay, go ahead.
Raymond, Antonio Stocker, my homie Trayline, my essay homie Junebug.
Randall
was there, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Richard,
Richard.
I think his last name was Green or something. I don't know. No. Maybe I misconstrued.
I had a homie named Rich, but he wasn't there from the beginning.
Okay.
My homie Gangsta Bub, you know, God bless his soul.
Rick Dog
was there, of course. You know, and a couple of people don't probably realize this or maybe forgot. I had a brother named Darren Montague. He was there too. Darren Montague, yes. Even though he lived down the street on Lime, but then his mother migrated over there by Front Hood.
I wonder was he in the kin to Montague on the radio when doing the uprising in 1965 for the Watts riot. There was a Montague on the radio who used to say, "Burn, baby, burn."
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm the hood postman, always got motion, always keep motion. I'm the hood postman, 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 I'm the hood postman. On the dead homies, like Rennie Loken, yeah.
It's the cartel.
Always got motion.